Welcome back, hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter Classic with our Whiterime Ridge Expeditions series. So last weekend, just going to bring up the map. Last weekend, we started down in the Southern Lodge here and worked our way up, kind of retreading old ground where we were. This weekend, however, we're going to look at placing our tent into the reserve and getting a more centralized location to expand and go out from our expeditions with. So my thinking is, and what seemed like a few other people were leaning to, is a nice spot like right in the middle here. Like this area almost looks exactly meant to be flat and a good spot to have, just central location. So I'm going to see about making my way down through over to get that as our first priority. As for what I'm going to have inventory-wise, I'm going to keep this for now, but another thing I do kind of wish, and the only way you get a really nice, coherent inventory of what you actually have weapon-wise is in-game. So I'll have to go through and see what I want to bring for other hunts, because I do have things like the reverse draw crossbow I could try using, the 303 I had picked up. There are some weapons I should really put through more pacing and more use. It's just that it can be a little hard outside of the game to know what your inventory actually is. So I'll see getting the tent set up and then going off of trying to pick an option or two of what I'll take with me. I might take the reverse draw out, and I should check to see what all the 303 is good for, because I did use that very limited. Although there's also things I've never used. Like, I don't know if I've used the bullpup. I don't think I've used... what is that? No, I think I've used the single shot. I don't think I've used the muzzle loader in-game yet, so... yeah, I've got to try and see about just getting more things actually used in the series. But we should be all set there, and I did... yeah, I do have a little thing put down. It's just that it's so far out, I think we'll have to go a while before we'll see it. So we're just going to make the... oh, actually, let me just double check my inventory, because if I don't have... yeah, we do got the tent. If I don't have that, there's no point to this. So we'll continue along there now. Yeah, looking out, I don't think I've ever actually gone south from this second lodge. I think I've always gone... well, the other time I was here, I went north to find the polar bears and that along the shoreline there. And in the other lodge, going off of the Hunter Classic's wiki page, and that you can kind of get an idea of the animal distribution from pictures and charts there. So the area I traded over was basically just moose and bison, and that was it. Where we're going next, though, and where that'll let us get into some other areas more easily, have a much more varied animal population, or animal chances. Oh, I already got a Sitka deer, so I guess I could... let me see, where is that? No, that's actually too far out, so that's maybe right about there? A little further. Right about there. I don't want to get too distracted with hunts while I am trying to get out to this spot, but I don't want to just make a hard beeline and ignore anything on the way there. How am I doing for... jeez, I'm already down to 38 of these, but then they have been very useful to have and be used on our hunts, so I don't think it'll hurt to apply it again. I think the scent eliminator with the ground blind that I've been using has been very helpful and very rewarding for getting a number of animals. I'm just going to see if I can pull this guy in, and then we got to stick to the southern edge of this large mountain here. If we do that, we should hopefully get to where we're going without too much time passing. I don't know if it'll take one episode or two, or both episodes. I guess it depends on how distracted or off course I get going after certain things. Is that actually something, or is that... no, that's just the way the tree is. Okay, again. Is it pareidolia? I think that's the term for it, pareidolia. It's like you see patterns in things, and your brain just tries to almost like make shapes out of patterns. I think in this game is definitely one where you'll notice that as you're just starting to hunt about, and then you look into the distance for certain things. Yeah, so I'm just going to see if I can try to bring it a little bit more out. I don't know if I'd go for the bow or I'd stick to the rifle. I'll have to see. It's definitely staying up in... It's keeping more uphill, and the call... maybe I will try going in for it. See if we can get lucky and snag it. It is a case where, on this map, it can sometimes feel a little too easy with the 300, just how... Well, I mean, look at how the Bisons went at the end of last episode, where we were able to get, like, the 3 of them without much problem. That's a bit why I don't want to just stick to just rifle hunting, is it can be a little too easy depending on what you go for. I kind of like to get another call from it if I can, just so I can get an idea of how far off it might be, or direction-wise. Oh! Well, that actually narrows it down quite a bit. I think it was just a doe. Oh, that sounded different. Oh, that's a doll sheep. Okay, that's actually one of the animals that I didn't really get an encounter with the last time we were out on this map. So you know what? I think I'm going to ignore the... I'm pretty sure it was just a doe that made the noise here, but I mean, if I can get a doll sheep, I'll definitely go for that. And it's actually one of the animals that I haven't really been in any areas that they're supposed to be more commonly found. They're kind of like the bighorn sheep in a way, where they prefer the mountain high-up terrain more so. I don't know if I'd ever be able to get one with the bow and arrow, though, because I don't think there's any calls for them. So that means it's kind of hard to lure them in, so you'd have to really sneak up and try to get a bow shot in. Now, depending on where this one is, I might be able to try using the cable backed on it. Oh, well, there you are. Are you a female or just a... Oh, there are a few there. Okay, so it's a couple of females. There may be a male in there with them, but it's also highly possible it's just the 2 girls. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling it's going to be like how the deer usually are as herds. Like, you're not really going to find mixed ones all that common, and it's just going to be a group of males or a group of females. But at least it was nice to get another sighting of them, because, again, I think I only had, like, the one female I had spotted all of the previous time I was on this reserve. And they're definitely an animal I would like to try to go after and get a nice ram specimen of. I'll also have to try to learn their calls, too, because I thought that sounded a little bit, like, deeper and lower in, like, pitch, so I thought that might have been a male I heard call. But it seems like that's not the case, and it is just these 2 here. Oh, actually, there's 3 of them. Okay, now see, that I feel like that's got to be different than these females. Like, that call sounded so bizarre compared to what we'd heard. So I feel like there's got to be a male somewhere in the trees here. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go real low and just try to approach that spot where that recent call came from. Yeah, we'll see how we do. Yeah, so there's just the females there out for a little grazing. Let me activate the free head mode, just so I can keep an eye on anything to the side there. Yeah, if I can get another call, maybe I can narrow down where and what this exactly is. Because, I don't know, it just sounds like it was not what you'd expect a sheep to sound like, or, was it a ewe? Like the female version? I think it's rams and ewes from when you're talking about, like, goats and sheep. Okay, so this call came previously from up ahead here. And we'll just see if we can find anything. No, we do got droppings there. Okay, so we got... Yeah, they're hanging around here pretty steadily. That makes me think they are kind of tied to perhaps a ram being around here. Oh, that's just the Sitka deer from before. See, the reason I think there might be a ram is it's not too often you have the animals just kind of like circle an area. They usually kind of travel about more. Although there's a lot of females here all of a sudden. Yeah, we got one there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we got a huge herd of females. You know, maybe it is just that that's what it's been. It's just there's been so many kind of spread around here. Okay, well, I'm gonna just try to move out of here without spooking them all off. Not there's really a consequence of doing so. It's not like there's a male in the... No, Lord, it's almost like they're... Oh, and there's another trail. Okay, yeah, so that was a female that called. I guess because I had spotted it, it recognized that's from that animal. Yeah, so I'm going to get a little ways out, stand up, and then just start walking again. The only reason why there'd be, like, consequence to probably startling them is if they're somewhere in there is actually a ram, but I don't think that's the case. You know, I should just try to get some... I'm not even sure what that was. Okay, well, that's footprint for sure. I don't know what the weird, maybe like clumps of fur? I don't know what that would have been from. And I'll just snag a few of these. And I gotta say, one thing I found odd about the Hunter's tracking system is that it gives you more experience for unique tracks than continuing along a track. Okay, no, they're registering those as droppings, okay. So, like, instead of, like, getting... I thought if you get 3 tracks, that'd be your most experience you'd get as you get 1, 2, 3. That's just more, it gives you higher rewards for each unique track you find per animal. Like, you're going to get more experience for just 3 single node finds of 3 different animals than you will for just 3 of the same animal tracks in a row. I just found that kind of an odd system, because you'd think for tracking, to level it up, the longer you can follow along a track and keep on, the more you think you kind of gain the experience of what to watch for and stuff like that, but it's just one of the ways the game operates. Okay, yeah, so we might actually need both episodes to get down to that area. Because, like, I got distracted quite a bit by all the ewes there. And then the Sitka deer also did distract me a little bit. I think I can go for a little bit of a jog, too. We'll keep our eyes and ears open as we're getting into more of these areas. Because again, this is parts of the map that I've never actually been to before. Oh, what was that? Oh, maybe it's a call from something. I thought it was a track more so, though. Well, okay. I guess maybe it pays better to keep the hunter mate out for a while. I know that's actually one thing that I didn't bring with me, but again, because I have the tent, I'll have to see. I didn't bring a means for taking, like, a rabbit or the snowshoe hare. Actually, what is it? I think they're snowshoe hares. I didn't bring a means to hunt those or the... I mean, I guess I could technically use the bow if I find a fox, but I don't think I have... Actually, I have the jackrabbit call, don't I? Oh, see, again, it can be a little hard trying to figure out what you're... Oh. Hey, little guy, you're... not really... Oh, I'm surprised he's able to run off with that big arrow through him. I have a feeling that's actually not ethical, but let's take a look and see. Yeah, I'm surprised how dumb the rabbit was, to be honest, and it is a snowshoe hare. So, let's see here. Actually, if I'm getting stuff from it, I think the cableback bow is ethical for going after snowshoe hares. I didn't think it would be, just because, well, if this is ethical for going after moose, I kind of think it'd be a little too strong for... Okay, let's hold you there, try to bring us into a spot. Doesn't look like we're strangling the poor bunny, although the giant arrow pierced through it is probably a sign maybe it's not so good. Yeah, okay, I was surprised that the snowshoe hare didn't, like, pick us up and go running off more easily. I'm not sure if that's because the scent eliminator is so good, or just the game decides, you know what, we're going to make the rabbits and that easy animals to go for. But that is actually our first animal of the hunt so far. Not a bad way to snag one, and I mean, it did count as ethical. I think if it's unethical, you won't get any rewards from it, and usually you get like a notification on screen to say, not right thing to use for this animal. But, okay, let me just see how we're getting to. Because we should be starting to get towards the last corner. No, we're basically halfway along the mountainside, so we've still got a ways to go before we'll start being able to cut inwards. No, I think that was a Arctic fox. Yeah. Okay, it's registering it's pretty far up. No, actually, maybe not, because I literally pinpointed that. It might just be... I feel like it's up at the top there. Oh, well, there's some... Oh, an objective completed, and I see another rabbit. Or a snowshoe hare. And how am I for ammo? Let me just take a quick second to check that. Oh yeah, I've got 23, so I should be pretty good. Just give the snow blindness a moment to dissipate there. I'm pretty sure this is the only map that I've really noticed where it's like the really bright color, or I shouldn't say color, but like bright screen transition. I'm not sure if it is like to say the snow blindness in a way, or I just never noticed it on other maps. You just stick around there and I'll come see you. That is a female. I don't know if there's a lot of a point discrepancy between like male and female or not. is there something up there too? No, it's just the way the... I guess the rock is poking out from the snow a bit. But yeah, I don't actually have anything really for the Arctic foxes. I can't remember if the jackrabbit collar will work on them or not. I kind of imagine so if you have, well, I mean, it is basically a hare or rabbit call, so... Well, just... Oh, I think I scared it off. I just saw it running all the way up there. So, yeah, I don't know how I managed to sneak up on the other one. Oh, and was that a call? Yeah, that's a call. Okay, so, oh. Yeah, I don't think I'll have any luck finding the doll sheep up there. Well, that's where you can find them. Is they're going to be like the bighorns in a way. Up on mountains and peaks. High elevation is where they're going to be more commonly found. I don't even know how you tackle trying to get up onto the top of that frickin' thing. I mean, it might not be the steepest of slopes, so you might be able to find areas to, like, ascend it. And we're... Okay, yeah, we're still got a ways to go before we're around the corner. And these are just the tracks from that rabbit. But yeah, I don't know how we didn't spook the other one, unless maybe it's just so bad scoring that it's a dumb animal, really. Because again, one thing about the AI is they kind of tie how smart it is to the animal's value or score. That's why you can have the... Well, there's the Arctic fox from before, and actually it did flee. That's why you can have, like, the does and that be so kind of dumb and unaware, but you'll have bucks and stags and that, which almost have, like, radar built into them. I mean, No, I actually don't think ascending and going, like, straight line would actually work that well. That looks like that's a little too steep to try it. And I wonder if there's actually, like, a little bit of difference in terrain here, because there are some times where, as we're walking, you can hear, like, a crunch more of ice or brittle snow. Like, yeah, there are times where it's very soft in that. So I guess that is something we'll have to pay attention to. You know, that, or maybe I just walked into a really bad area that you can just, like, hear every footstep you make. Okay, but we're getting into quite a nice area to view from. As I take... Oh! Oh, that is a ram. That's a doll sheep, or a doll ram. So he's going to be worth it to try to go for. Oh. And we just scared... Oh, another ram, I think. Okay, where is the one that I had just seen out here? That's a good question. Where the heck did it just go? I don't think I could have scared it off, unless, like... Oh, well, there's the rabbit. Yeah, see, I'm not sprinting, so I'm surprised what's been able to pick us up. I even have the sentinel aimner on, so that shouldn't be one of the things we have to be worrying about. I'd like to try to see where that ram went. I might have to go more for the rifle with it, just because the current spring of luck of everything, like, picking me up so easily. Yeah, there's just more tracks from the Arctic fox. Won't worry about that too much, though. It was just starting to walk, so it might be that it's gone into the tree line again, and that's why I'm having such a hard time spotting it. But maybe we'll get lucky and it'll make a call, and that'll at least help narrow down direction and distance. Yeah, once you start getting more into the tree's level, it gets harder to see through it all. Oh, there you are. Do I try with the rifle just to say we've got him? I think I will, because that way I can actually just end the episode with us collecting him. Just need him to give us a good chance. Oh, beautiful. That was exactly perfect opportunity. Basically, the stars are aligning to give you your best chance. So let's go collect him, take a look at what he's like. And then the other episode should take us pretty reliably to where I want to put the tent down. But that is our first doll sheep, and we'll take a look and see how he scores and just how he looks. I think between the bighorns and the doll sheep, I think one of the differences is how the how the horns curl. They aren't antlers. The doll sheep, I think, actually go a little bit more outwise, whereas the ram or the bighorns are more like spiraled, tighter packed in. Like, we'll take a look at him and try to show off what I'm talking about a bit better with visual aid. But yeah, he basically just gave us a perfect chance there as he came in, and then the broadside. The broadside is the best chance to go for, because it's so much easier to see where you're aiming for an animal. Like, front on, as much as you think that might be a more direct line to the heart or lungs, you kind of get a little hard placement of, like, do you do center of mass, but then where, like, along the body elevation-wise do you try? Yeah, let's take a look at him. Yeah, so it is that the horns don't curl as tightly. They kind of splay out and go further along the outside. Oh, that was actually not where I thought it landed. I thought it was more in the lung area, but that's basically kind of broke his neck with the shot. And at least it put him down pretty instantly. And yeah, our first doll sheep. Oh, let's get ourselves just into a nice spot for a trophy with them. Or I should say picture with them. There we go. And turn ourselves. Perfect. That's a great way to end this episode off with. Yeah, so taking a look at the map, we got about halfway. I think with us going on a straight stretch, it'll be much quicker this next episode. But I'm going to leave things right here for this episode of the Hunter Classic. Thank you guys very much for joining me on another episode of the Whiterime Ridge Expeditions series. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in comments right down below. I do wish I had a way to give a little bit more of like a concise inventory for you guys to browse and choose what weapons you'd like to see. But even if you want to pick, like, just say more rifle hunting, more shotgun, well, actually any shotgun hunting, handgun, or bow archery equipment, stuff like that, just let me know in the comments and I can try to bring it out for future hunts and episodes. Just that way you guys see a little bit more variety for how we hunt and also get some more weapons put in to test it out and see how they are. But until I do catch you on the next episode, hunters, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.